Hey guys, welcome to Retrospect. Big news in crypto this week was the news of 80,000 Bitcoin awakening from the Satoshi-era wallets. These wallets woke up after 14 years, 2011. That's huge. April 2011 to be exact. They saw a sudden transfer of 10,000 Bitcoin in the one wallet, valued at $1.09 billion, to a new wallet, not on an exchange. When the source wallet initially received the 10,000 Bitcoin in 2011, the transaction was worth less than $10,000. At the time, Bitcoin traded at around 70 US cents per coin, making the total investment approximately $8,000. Fast forward 13 years, and that same wallet is now worth over $1 billion. The full 10,000 Bitcoin was moved in a single swoop, suggesting that the owner remains relatively savvy with crypto. Only moments later, reports emerged that several other wallets from the same era were also reactivating. In total, 8 dormant addresses moved over 80,000 Bitcoin, worth approximately $8.6 billion at current prices. These were also all Satoshi-era wallets, raising huge speculation. I mean, Bitcoin price remained relatively stable. It decreased 1.33% in the past 24 hours, and there wasn't really a huge impact there. The one transfer of 20,000 Bitcoin happened while Bitcoin's price hovered near record highs, which added more intrigue to the owner's possible motives. Some users on X suggested that this could be a sign of early investors finally deciding to cash out after holding for over a decade. But I mean, Bitcoin's price has surged many times over the past 13 years, so why now? I'm not too convinced about that theory. The other theory is that the wallets might have been compromised, but there's no concrete evidence of that. The other theory is that the owners could have also moved their Bitcoin to new wallets for better security or to prepare for future transactions. Now, there's an on-chain metric called the CDD, the coin days destroyed. It looks at how long coins remained dormant before being spent. A high CDD means many old coins are being moved. Data from CryptoQuant shows that CDD rose from 10 million to 17.5 million in Q2 before dropping back to 11 million in early July. And usually, if long dormant Bitcoin whale wallets become active and CDD rises sharply, this could significantly negatively affect the price. The transfer of such a significant amount of Bitcoin from the Satoshi era underscores the enduring value and rarity of these early mined coins, which continue to hold substantial economic and historical significance within the Bitcoin community. Now, one must remember that the Bitcoin in these wallets was purchased for less than $210,000, and their value has since appreciated by over 13.9 million%. The Bitcoin was moved to new wallets using a modern address format, believed to be a precautionary measure against potential future quantum computing attacks. This shift to SegWit addresses, which hide public keys, suggests a strategic move by the holders to enhance the security of their assets. And this theory holds a bit more credible to me. Now, the head of product at Coinbase, he noted that there was a transfer of Bitcoin Cash that preceded these larger transfers. A transaction of over 10,000 BCH from one of the wallets 14 hours prior seemed like a test transaction, which was flagged by the blockchain analysts, indicating that the holders were verifying that the private key access was being triggered without significant market alarms. The move was raised questions about whether this was a security probe or a dry run for liquidity. So one of the key concerns is the security of the legacy P2PK wallets, pay-to-public key wallets used in 2011. These wallets expose public keys after the first transaction, making them vulnerable to quantum computing attacks. However, since these wallets had never moved before, their keys remained unexposed until now. The migration to SegWit addresses could be seen as a preemptive security upgrade, reducing future risks. And obviously, people are questioning liquidity and potential market impact, because if these holders eventually cash out, it might pressure Bitcoin's price a lot. And this is a risk investors must weigh against the asset's long-term fundamentals. But one must also note that the $8.6 billion value of the transfer dwarfs the daily trading volume. So I'm also skeptical on that theory. The thing to highlight is these Bitcoin did not go to exchanges, so there's no need to be alarmed. Obviously, there's speculation as to who owns these wallets. On-chain analysis suggests they belong to single entity, possibly an early miner. It's obviously reignited speculation about a connection to Satoshi Nakamoto. There's no concrete evidence to support that theory, and similar rumors surface about other early Bitcoin figures like Roger Ver, but there's no verifiable proof. It's all speculative. But note that this transfer of nearly 80,000 Bitcoin is the largest known movement of the Satoshi-era Bitcoin in our history. However, blockchain analysts have previously mapped Satoshi's coins, and this address is not among the ones linked to the original miner. So guys, like, subscribe, and give me your comments about what you think about all of this. Do you think that this was a security upgrade or the biggest whale move ever that's gonna rock the crypto market? See you next time.